If you're a fully booked braider who works about 8 to 12 hours, if you're a fully booked braider who works about 8 to 12 hours a day, and when you get off work, you call your man or your boo or your best friend, and you talk to them about all the things that happen throughout the day, and sometimes you even talk about how you're tired of braiding hair, this video is for you. See, one of my students, Alicia, just made $2,000 in 1 hour without braiding hair, and that's because she decided to get paid to run her mouth. And today, I'm gonna reveal to you the 4-step paid blueprint so you can do the same. I mean, literally get paid to run your mouth as well. See, this is the thing we have to understand. You're already talking for free. You're already talking to a guy that barely even wants to be with you. You're giving free game on Instagram, and you probably sometimes walk around the house and you talk to yourself. And that's the problem because you actually could get paid to talk. See, I remember one time I was a funnel builder, and if you don't know what a funnel builder is, it's somebody that makes these pages to sell, digital products and stuff. And I was, doing some recruiting, getting leads and stuff. And one of the people I had found was a braider. And she had been texting me on Instagram and letting me know, like, hey, you dropping gems, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, let me try to get her on the phone and sell her a funnel. We got on the phone, and I tried to sell her a funnel, and she told me no. And I remember sitting out in the living room one time, and I was listening to this podcast, and in the podcast interview, the person said this, and I will never forget it. Stop trying to sell people what you want to sell them and start selling people what they want. And from there, I got off the couch, or we didn't have a couch. I was sitting in a chair. I got out the chair and went back to Instagram, and I sent her a voice note like, I'm sorry so much for pitching you something. Like, can you give me another chance? Let's hop on the phone again. So graciously, she hopped on the phone with me again. And when she hopped on the phone with me again, I got on there and I presented her 3 offers. I presented her a $10,000 offer. I presented her a $2,500 offer. She said no to 10. She said no to 2,500. And I presented her an $800 offer. And she said yes. And at that moment, when she paid me, I realized this. I said, oh my gosh, she literally just paid me to run my mouth about something that I do easily every day anyways, that I love waking up and studying and like figuring out. Okay, so you like, that's when it hit me. That's when it hit me that I can get paid to run my mouth. So in this video, I'm gonna be showing you the 4 steps to get paid to run yours. So step number 1, let's get straight into it, is that you need to have a problem that you solve. What are you gonna run your mouth about? Let's say I put you on the stage, right? And I came up to you and I said, you had to present, but you only had 5 minutes to present. And you sitting there scrambling, going back and forth, like, what do I talk about? What do I talk about? And there's somebody next to you that's like, girl, so run me through everything you've accomplished in the last 30 days. You say, oh, girl, nothing. I just had about 30, 40 clients. That's usual. And she laughs at you and she say, girl, why don't you talk about that? Go on stage and talk about that. Like, you go on stage, you talk about that, and you rock the stage. And people leave and like they feel inspired and like happy that you taught them how to literally book clients in their braiding business. Okay, so what could you run your mouth about? That's your specialty. What comes easier to you and harder to others? What do you do in your sleep? Okay, if you are cold with the stitch braids and you can see your stitch braids like from miles away and your stitch braids don't look like cornrows, boom, that's what you should run your mouth about. If you're cold with the Instagram reels and you can create an Instagram reel that make clients like blow up your page and book you, boom, that's what you should run your mouth about. You need to have a specialty that you run your mouth about. Right now, I run my mouth about mentorships. I love geeking out on mentorships, how to create them, how to help braiders become mentors. I even have a workshop coming up where I teach braiders how to outline their mentorships with the name, the price, how long it's going to be, and what they're going to teach. Click the link in the description to get that. But I run my mouth about mentorships because that's what I specialize in. And if you're going to get paid to run your mouth and stop running your mouth for free, you have to run your mouth about something that you specialize in. Okay? So from there, once you figure out what to run your mouth about, that's step number 1. Step number 2 is A. We have the P, we have the A. This is, you need to have an audience who cares. Now, let me tell you this. Imagine you literally go to a convention, a dog convention. And when you go to that dog convention, you're actually not a dog owner. You are a cat owner. So you're going around talking to people about how like you have the best cats and you figured out all the problems for cats and Like the dog owners are looking at you like, okay, that's cool, but we care about dogs, not cats. You're gonna be like kind of upset. Like you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, like nobody is listening to me. Nobody cares. And if you want to get paid to run your mouth, you need to talk to an audience who cares. Because why would you talk about cats to someone who has a dog? Okay, you need to talk to an audience that cares. So depending on what your specialty is and the problem that you solve, you need to then find the audience who cares about that specialty that you can talk to. So if you are a stitch braider and you're trying to talk to knotless braiders, you're a cat owner trying to talk to dog owners. If you are a knotless braider and you are trying to talk to stitch braiders, you are a cat owner trying to talk to dog owners. You have a certain specialty, what you're going to run your mouth about. You need to find an audience who cares about what you're going to run your mouth for. Okay, are you following me? Drop some in the chat if you follow me. Drop some in the YouTube comments if you follow me, right? You need to find an audience who cares about what you are talking about. Okay, that's very important. Now, once you decide what to run your mouth about, and then you decide who is the audience you're going to talk to that cares, the third thing you need to do is you need to take what you're going to run your mouth about and map it into a process. Okay? Nobody loves a rambler. Your audience wants a process. Let me show you, because this is how it is. Imagine there's a mountain, and this is the flag. And you're down here, your audience is down here, and they're in pain. You're up here in pleasure. Your job is to give them the steps they need to climb up the mountain. So if you're teaching people how to master stitch braids, what are the steps to mastering stitch braids? If you are teaching people how to master knotless braids, what are the 3, 5, or 7 steps you will walk them through to master knotless braids? I mean, I want you to think about it. If I sat across from you, or no, let's make this better. If you sat across from another braider who needed your help, right? If you teach them how to do IG Reels, how to do TikTok, whatever you're teaching them, right? If you're sitting across from that braider and they said, hey, Kimmy, hey, B, Autumn, how do I go from here to here? What is the map you would give somebody to help them go up the hill? Okay? What would be the map you would give somebody to help them go up the hill? Because you have a process. Okay, you're already here. I like to look at it also like this. Hey, sweetheart, can you get the pictures? I like to look at it like this. Your audience is here, or you are here. Okay? You're at number 5. Your audience is here. They're at 0. While you're on your way to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you need to help your audience get to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? Don't try to teach them how to go here if you haven't even got there yet. Teach them how to get to where you are at right now, because you have an experience that you're confident on helping them get towards. Hey, sweetheart, you take the pictures. Helping them get towards. Okay? So what you need to do is don't try to help people get to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Help people get to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I remember taking one of my students back to the airport. She had came to Detroit, and she was talking about how that she had hit her first 7K month. Like she had never hit 7K months. And she was like, oh, should I be teaching braiders how to hit 7K months? And I'm like, how many months have you hit 5K consistently? And she was telling me, oh, 5K was easy. And I was like, focus on helping them achieve that. Focus on the braiders who are stuck between $2,000 to $4,000 a month and help them get to 5K consistently. So that when you hit 7K consistently a month, and you get to 10, once you're at 10, you can help them get to 7. Okay? So they are here. You are here. While you're on your way there, help them get to where you are at right now. Okay? Now, from there, this is what we need to do. First, you need to figure out what to run your mouth about. That's going to be your specialty. Secondly, you need to talk to an audience who cares. Like I told you guys, if you are a cat owner, don't talk to dog owners about cats because they don't care. Okay? And then step 3, you need to take whatever you're going to talk about and you need to take that and map out a process to help them. Okay? And then number 4, which is the biggest, like one of the biggest things braiders don't do, okay, is you need to have a way for people to pay you. It blows my mind how many braiders give out free game on Instagram, but they don't have a way for people to go deeper with them. That is unacceptable. You need to have a way for people to pay you, because once you start running your mouth about something that you specialize in to an audience who cares, and you have a process to help them solve their problems, and I forgot something here. When it comes to the audience who cares, you want to talk to them about what they care about, not what you care about, right? They're only going to pay you to run their mouth, to run your mouth, if you can help them solve a problem, okay? If you can't help them solve their problem, they're not going to pay you to run your mouth, okay? So going back to step number 4, you need to have a way for people to pay you. I'm going to let you guys know my favorite way for people to pay me to run my mouth. It's mentorships. Okay, with the rise of AI and ChatGPT, anybody can literally anybody can literally ChatGPT how to launch a braid course, how to master stitch braids, how to hit a 10K month as a braider. Anybody could Google that. And the course is just information. Okay, a course is just information. AI, like, why should people buy your course when they can ChatGPT it? Okay, it's kind of like no point. And that's why I believe the future of online educational business for braiders is going to be mentorships. The braiders who are going to stick it out in the mud and spend time walking and guiding their students to transformation, because nobody wants information anymore. This is not COVID. This is not COVID. Nobody wants information anymore. They want transformation. And the braiders that are going to last are the braiders who have a mentorship that takes their students and holds their hand from pain to pleasure as fast and as easy as possible, helping them get a transformation, okay? So mentorships are the way to go. You need to have a signature group coaching program, mentorship that people can enroll into, and they can follow your process that will help them get the transformation that they paid you to run your mouth on. And if you don't even have a mentorship, you don't even know where to get started, I do a workshop called the Mentor Money Workshop, where I'm going to show you exactly how to outline your very first mentorship plan, what to name it, what you're going to teach, like how do you take all those years of braiding and turn it into a mentorship, how long the mentorship is going to be, what the price of the mentorship is going to be, okay? So that you can have a plan going into your mentorship era. It's only $1 to save your seat, and the cool thing is you don't have to pay after for your ticket if you do not leave with a mentorship plan. So click the link in the description, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.